And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Maxwell Hamilton Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's rugby coach Maxwell Hamilton. And Maxwell, Saturday, you guys went to St. Bonaventure for another ARC match. Unfortunately, you come out on the losing end. But talk about some of the things you guys learned from that match and what you saw from your team.
Yeah, right off the bat, Bonaventure is the number one ranked team in NCR. It was proven over the weekend. They've earned that placement. I think, one big thing that we learned from ourselves over the weekend is if we give an inch, they're going to take a mile, that kind of mentality, right? Any kind of laziness or penalty around the ruck, they're going to take a quick line out. They're going to try to play the ball and try to score off of it. So, any missed opportunity to score is obviously points against us, and any opportunity where we make mistakes, we know that we're setting them up for points. So we obviously have to just mitigate our own errors and make sure where we are on the field, we're making proper decisions for risk management.
And with the Bonnies being one of the top-ranked teams in the country, what was it like for you as a coach to see your guys competing throughout that first half and kind of keeping right there with them?
Yeah, I'm really proud of the boys. There was a lot of heart shown on the line. A handful of stoppages on the try line where we were able to stop and turn the ball back over to us, where that score could have been a lot higher. I'm really proud of the effort that we had in the first half, the execution and the level of focus that we had. In the second half when we started to let up and lose our focus, that's when Bonnie's was kind of able to execute under that pressure. But again, at the end of the day, we know what it takes to win and be a top dominating force in NCR. All it takes is digging deep, and we're on the right path.
And a big offensive day for Panache Magorigodi. Scored all three of your tries in the game. Talk about him and kind of his elusiveness on the field, how it helps you out.
Yeah, we're really proud of his effort. He tends to find himself in great positions for scoring opportunities. I'm constantly clicking the line break button for him when I'm coding games. This kid knows how to run through contact and avoid and be evasive on the field. Our offensive setup is built to find him and get the ball in his hands. If he's not available, we know to recycle and quickly be patient and keep the rucks moving so that way we can find him on the field and get him moving.
And then the kicking game, we've talked about him a lot this season. Obviously, Taku Musingwini continues his success, gets 3 penalty kicks, 2 for 3 on conversions. Talk about his leadership and what that's brought to your program.
Yeah, Taku Musingwini is very dialed on the field at practice, in the sessions. This kid really knows how to lead a group, even just being with us for this year so far. But Taku is a very strong leader, very dialed off the tee. There's big expectations on him, but I know he's keeping up and he's pushing the standard higher than it is.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's rugby coach Maxwell Hamilton. And Maxwell, the ARC coming down to its final regular season games. You're battling for your spot where the tournament will fall. Talk about this conference as a whole and kind of the tight competition we see throughout.
Yeah, our conference is very competitive. Every match has been very crazy. A lot of upsets this past few weeks as well. We were not expecting Walsh to lose to Belmont Abbey, but, that for us says we're headed down to Belmont Abbey to play at the same field that they played Walsh, that they're undefeated this season. We're excited. We're excited to go play a Belmont that's eager and that's trying to win. We know what it takes. Our conference fifth place match is the last slot to be able to play for our national playoff. So we know that we need to be ranked higher than 5th in our conference. We're on the path to do that. We're on the path to make national playoff in that stage.
And looking at this Belmont Abbey team, as you mentioned, they're coming off a big win. Talk about them and kind of what they bring to the table that you're going to face.
Yeah, they're very aggressive around the breakdown. We've identified that they're a Southern Hemisphere type rugby team. They really want to try to have quick ruck, explosive play, very dynamic offset piece. So we're really analyzing how we can shut them down, right? Let the first few plays happen after set piece, and then that's where we've got to really kill their momentum. We know that if we give an inch, they're going to take a mile. This is one of those teams that's going to run very fast. So it'll be good to really see an equal matchup with our speed and our pace, especially since we haven't seen much of that this season in conference.
And finally, a lot on the line in this game, obviously. A chance to play in the third-place match for you if you guys get a win. Possibility of falling down to the fifth-place match if you lose. How do you keep your guys focused on what's going on in the field and kind of not focus on those stakes?
Yeah, we really try to take it one game at a time. We know whatever happens after Belmont is because of what happened at Belmont, right? So we have to put all of our effort into making sure we win and making sure we walk away with the bonus point at Belmont. Those are our two non-negotiables going into this weekend, so that way we can set ourselves up for that third place finish in the ARC.
Thanks, Maxwell. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.